It wants you to doubt me.
Maybe it's safe to leave.
That's what it wants you to think.
There are some incredibly intense moments in this movie, you know, both involving the evil lurking outside and just amongst the family themselves. How intense was the shoot for the three of you guys?
I could say it wasn't very intense because, like, you really knew that it wasn't real because, like, you were doing it and we were right there. So, like, some scenes were intense where, like, we would be, like, where our hearts would be more beating. It was mostly running scenes, but it's more, I'd say it's more calm. No, it's not more calm. It is intense, but like we don't really get very scared because we know.
Mm-hmm. It was very intense for me. This was my first scary film, and I'm not the biggest horror guy, so it was intense for me. Like AJ said, the running scenes, the evil scenes, like stuff like that. It was pretty intense. But I had a lot of support from Miss Halle, AJ, my parents, my acting coach, everybody on set. Mm-hmm. They were all there to support me. So
it was very intense for me because I was always worried about them.
You were mothering on screen first. And behind the screen.
Yeah, you always worry about young performers with this kind of subject matter, you know, and how it would affect them really, you know. So I found it to be really intense sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys do anything like on set to psych yourselves up for those scenes where you have to like really unleash on each other?
Well, I would say like before maybe running scenes. Like Miss Halle, she taught me to like maybe run, jump up and down, so like I could be breathing more hard and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or just get in their bodies. You know, I thought it was important for us to always be in our bodies because we did a lot of things that caused for reactions that weren't really written on the page, that we had to pull them out, they had to pull them out. So if we were in our bodies, breathing and feeling all of our, you know, extremities, it always helped us. So we did that. And we tried to stay in our dialect, you know, most of the days and talk to each other that way, so we didn't have the feeling of turning it on and turning it off and turning it on. It just became part of how we started to talk after a while, which helped us, right?
Yeah, helped a lot.
So you were kind of in character
all the time, yeah.
You went method already.
Even at the apartment at the hotel, we were talking to my dad.
Yeah.
How about like we just using all the
trying to use it.
Yeah. I got caught like because once I stopped doing it, my dad realized. He was like, "Hey," I was like, "You're doing something wrong." I said, "What am I doing?" And he's like, You're not using your dialect." I was like, "Oh, my bad." So like he was making sure I was on.
Halle, between this movie and Kidnap, are you angling to become like the ultimate action movie mama?
Who knows? Like, it's working for me, so maybe.
Yeah.
This was different Momma, though. What was interesting about this version of a Momma was this was like no other Momma I've ever played before. You know, this Momma had a certain darkness to her that I thought made this one a bit different to play. It was interesting in a whole new way for me.
Anthony and Percy, had you guys seen Miss Halle in movies before? Were you a fan before this experience?
I would say like when I realized I was doing the show with her, I didn't know like because I didn't know who she was. Like I didn't know her name. Like, but I knew what she was doing. Like, when I heard she was doing Catwoman, I was surprised. And when I heard she was doing Storm from X-Men, I was like, oh, wait, that's so cool. Because Storm is one of my favorite characters in X-Men, so.
Yeah, same.
I saw some of the fights and action scenes in John Wick. I do remember seeing a little bit of Storm. Like, I was in all of the rumors and stuff that I've heard from my parents. Like, you're going to be working with Halle Berry. And I was like, oh, my gosh. So it was. I was a bit of a fan before that.
Yeah, Halle, this is like just another like trademark powerhouse performance from you. Obviously, you have the Oscar, Monsters Ball. You've gotten a lot of love over the course of your career. But is there one role or film or performance that you think like never got the accolades that it deserved in your career?
I don't know what the point would be to even think about it that way.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm an artist that. I don't do it for accolades, so it's hard to say what should have gotten what it got. And I did it for the reasons that I did it for, and it's always for the love of the craft, a new character to play, something different and challenging, so it gets what it gets, you know, and no, I have nothing to say about it.
That's how you answer a question at Jung. I'm sure you already learned a ton of things. That's how you answer a question. Guys, what did you learn from Miss Halle? Like, what were the most valuable things you took away from this experience from her?
I would say this one thing she said to me. She said that my superpower, like on set, on doing scenes, is my eyes. Like the way I use my eyes on camera, how I keep them open, And yeah, so I took that, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna keep like squinting my eyes. I'm gonna keep them open and show them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I learned to stay focused at all times. Like sometimes, like she said, we can go take a break a little bit, but like make sure you always remember what scene you're doing next. Make sure you know where you're gonna be in the next scene, what emotions it's gonna take. Always stay locked in. Always stay focused.